Hello friends, welcome to my channel. So in this video we are going to solve day 13 of our August Lead Code challenge. So let us look at the problem statement. In today's problem we are asked to create an iterator for combinations, and these are the following functionalities of iterator. So basically what an iterator does is it iterates to all the combinations of a given string, and the functionalities of iterator is the iterator.next function will return the next value of the iterator. That means if the current position of the iterator is 0, it will return the next position, that is AB, starting with 0. And and hasness function returns true if the iterator has some combinations after the present position. That means if the iterator is present in the last position, and then if we call hasness function, then it will return false. And we are given some constraints that there will be at most 10 for 4 function calls per test, and it is guaranteed that all calls of the function next are valid. So we are not needed to check the validity for the function next. And here they have given some hints. It's a very easy problem if we use iter tools in Python, or if we can generate permutations and combinations in any language, and we can directly produce the answer. But in the hint 2, they have given a hint that we use bit masking to generate all combinations. So what is bit masking? Generally, bit masking is a very easy concept where using which we can generate combinations very easily. So now I am going to explain the bit masking concept. Let me take a whiteboard. Let me take a whiteboard. So now let us look at the bit masking concept. Suppose I have a string ABC. So in the string ABC, bit masking work like this. Let's suppose there are 8 possible chances to create a substring of ABC, that is, taking considering A or not considering A, and considering B or not considering B, and considering C or not considering C. So like that we have 8 possible chances. So let me write all the possible chances: 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, sorry, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, and 1, 0, 1, and 1, 1, 0, and 1, 1, 1. These are the all possible chances for the given string ABC. Suppose we have string length, then these are all possible chances to generate a substring. Then 0, 0, 0 will generate a empty string, and empty string. 0, 0, 1 will generate a string C. That means we are taking only C. It will generate C. Sorry. And 0, 1, 0 will generate only B. And 0, 0, 0, 1, 1 will generate BC. And 1, 0, 0 will generate A. And 101 will generate AC, and 110 will generate AB, and 111 will generate ABC. So these are all possible substrings. By using bitmap, we can just produce all possible combinations in just 8 iterations instead of using recursive functions or using nested for loops. Bit masking is very easy. So how to solve a given problem using bit masking? So we can solve this problem very easily using bit masking. Once again, let us see at the problem where you will get a better clarity. In the problem, they have given that in iterator function, in the problem, they have given that in iterator function, they will pass 2 arguments. The first argument is a string, and the next argument is uh, number of characters in the given substring. For suppose here the given string is ABC, and we should consider only substring having 2 characters. That means AB, AC, and BC. So how to solve these kind of problems using bit masking? So see, let us take a look at this. Uh, so in this bit mask, we have only one. So we will not consider in this bit mask we have only one. We will not consider this. But in this bit mask we have 2 ones. So we are considering this bit mask, And in this bit mask we have only one, so we are not considering. And in this bit mask we have two ones, and we are considering this. And in this bit mark we have two ones, we are considering this. So what are the final values that we are going to consider? That means first bit mask where we have encountered two ones is BC, and suppose BC. And second bit mask where we have encountered two ones is AC. And the third bit mask where we have encountered two ones is AB. So these are the three substrings where the number of ones is equal to 2. So what we can think of writing an algorithm is, uh, for a given number, here given minimum number of characters present in the substring is 2. So we should require only two ones in our number. So the least possible number which have two ones is 2 power 2 minus 1, which means 3. Uh, Let me explain clearly. Suppose if we want to given a string is 4, and if we want to find all substrings which have at least 3 characters, then what we will do, we'll start instead of checking from 0 to 2 power 3 minus 1, that is 2 power 4 minus 1, that is 15 bit mask. We can check only starting from a number, starting from least possible number which have three ones. So how to calculate the number which have three ones is 2 power 3 minus 1, which is 7. This is the least possible number which have three ones. So in the similar way, here we require only substrings which have at least two characters. So instead of starting a bit mask, running our bit mask from 0, we can start our bit mask from 2 power 2 minus 1, which is 3. This is the least possible number which have at least two ones. So from this, if we start our bit masking from this number, and if we go and if we travel until 2 power until 2 power length of string minus 1, we can get all possible substrings which have at least two, which have exactly two characters. And there we will encounter another problem while calculating in this procedure. That means uh, the number 3 has two ones, okay, but the number 4 which has only one. So to avoid this problem, we should calculate how many number of ones present in every bit mask by using dot count of function. Let me explain the code. We will get a clarity on it. Okay, before explaining, I want to explain one thing. So after extracting all these substrings, what I will do is I will I will store all these values into a list. So that is, I will store all the values. That is, L is equal, let say L is equal list of BC comma AC comma AB. But they have given a condition that all the values should be stored in lexicographical order. So what I will do is I will sort all these elements, and I will store in the following way, that is AB, AB, AC. Sorry, 1 minute. B, AC, and BC. So I will store in this way, and I will keep a pointer C, which will be used for printing what is the next value. So how will C pointer work is, if we invoke next of function, we will print the value that is present in the index C, and after printing the value, we will increment the value of C to 1. So if we call next of function first time, what we will return is AB, because C is pointing to the index 0. So what it will do is, it will just return the value that is present at the index 0, and after returning the value present in the index 0, it will increment, and the value of C now will become 1. So now it is pointing to the index 1, that is AC. So in this way our next of function will work, and has next function works in the similar way using C. If the pointer C is less than or equal, if pointer C is less than the length of the list, if the pointer C is less than the length of the list, then we can say that uh, we our hasness function will have some next combinations. Suppose C value is greater than 11, then we should return false. So now look at the implementation of the code. It's a very simple. So let us look at the implementation of the code. So what I have done is I have created a string s and n0 and c equals 0 and empty list way to store all the combinations, and c is a pointer that I have already explained. So what it will do is, first in the initialization, I have initialized all my variables, and I have already said to get the least number which is having the given number of ones. Then we will be given a combination. So I'm start instead of starting from zero, I will start from a least possible number which have combination length of number of ones. So from that I am traveling to last number. So while traveling, I am checking that if the bit mask have n number of ones or not. If the bit mask have n number of ones, then I am generating a combination and appending to it. To generate a combination, I have written a function here. That means mapping all the ones corresponding to the character, mapping the one corresponding to the character. So after appending, as I have said, I have sorted the list and store the values. So now for the next of function, first I am storing the value of c into p. After storing, then I am incrementing value of c and I am returning the previous value of c before incrementing. And hasNet function, I have already explained it before. HasNet hasNext function also works in the similar way. It just compares the value of c with the length of the list, and it returns true if the value of c is less than the length of the list, else it returns false. So this is a very simple code, and my code passed all the test cases. So see, it has passed all the test cases. So if you like my video, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.